Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics, They're Bad For You, the name of my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this on BitChute, the name of that channel is Comic Freak. Today we're going to be talking about how a Disney whistleblower told the SEC the company inflated revenue for years. Yes, apparently the Disney company, Disney Studios, and the Disney theme parks have been cooking their books. They've been telling us they've been making far more money than they actually have, and they've actually been taking massive losses for the last decade. Or at least this is what it's been insinuated. Basically, this is all due to an incident that happened. Apparently, back in 2009, one of their accountants had made a bit of a stink saying that all the money and revenue they were making didn't add up, and she continuously tried to tell her superiors about what was happening. The whistleblower filed a series of whistleblower tips with the Securities and Exchange Commission alleging the company has materially overstated revenue for years. Sandra Kubra, formerly a senior financial analyst in Disney's Revenue Operations Department who worked for the company for 18 years, alleges that employees working at the parks and resorts business segments systematically overstated revenue by billions of dollars by exploiting weaknesses in the company's accounting software. Kuba said she has met with the officials from the SEC on several occasions to discuss the allegations. A spokesperson for the SEC declined to comment. A Disney spokesperson said the company had reviewed the whistleblower's claims and found that they were utterly without merit. Like a company as rich and powerful as Disney would ever admit to any fault at all unless they were forced to. The article continues with Cuba's whistleblowing filings, which have been reviewed by Market Watch, outline several ways employees allegedly boosted revenue, including recording fictitious revenue for complimentary golf rounds or free guest promotions. Another alleged action Cuba described in her SEC filing involved recording revenue for $500 gift cards at their face value, even when guests paid a discounted rate of $395. Cuba has also alleged that employees sometimes recorded revenue twice for gift cards, both when the guests bought the gift card and when it was used at a resort. Sometimes revenue was recorded even though a gift card was given to a guest for free following a customer complaint. Cuba states that flaws in the accounting software made it hard to trace the manipulations. But the consequences of this could have been that the revenue was overstated to be as much as $6 billion. Onward, Cuba told MarketWatch she first reported the alleged revenue recognition issues to management in 2013. She said that no one responded to her at that time. She said that she escalated her concerns to a more senior executive in 2016 and that Disney's corporate audit group contacted her once in 2016 but never followed up. Cuba said she brought her concerns to the SEC. In August 2017, she was fired from Disney about a month later. Cuba has been accused of being a disgruntled employee of Disney and that she's only doing this to get back at the company that fired her over complaints that she had been unlawfully pursuing and being a nuisance to others. But that could be just more hyperbole from a big company trying to protect itself. The article continues with, in October 2017, Cuba filed a whistleblower retaliation complaint with the Department of Labor, Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Disney's response to the department's whistleblower office investigators' inquiry said that Cuba's employment was terminated because she displayed a pattern of workplace complaints against co-workers without a reasonable basis for doing so, in a manner that was inappropriate, disruptive, and in bad faith. The article continues with Kuma has made 2 additional whistleblower filings since leaving the firm, including one that this past June. The most recent tip alleges some Disney employees reclassified guest revenue from high sales tax items such as hotel rooms to lower taxed items such as food and beverages with the purpose of significantly reducing sales tax liabilities in California, Florida, and Hawaii. That sounds like cooking the books to me. Disney responded to Cuba's claims by saying they were utterly without merit. Cuba has said she has withdrawn her claim challenging her termination, but reserves the right to resubmit it and continues to dispute Disney's decision to fire her. The whistleblower said she has talked with officials from the SEC to discuss her filings as well as SEC requesting additional material on the filings from MarketWatch. Further on, the pattern of interaction with the SEC suggests the regulator is taking the allegations seriously, said Jordan A. Thomas, a former attorney in the SEC's Enforcement Division and chairman of Liberton Searcher's whistleblower representation practice. As Thomas told MarketWatch, the SEC receives 25,000 tips, complaints, and referrals each year. But if they're continuing with this investigation, then an actual inquiry is actually happening. This just in, Disney's Sony standoff ends Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige's involvement in Spider-Man. This on top of the fact that Disney has been cooking their books. This year is not going well for Disney, on top of everything else that has happened this year. This video, I was going to make a few comments about how people are coming out defending Disney and how that most likely this woman, Cuba, was just a disgruntled employee of Disney and how that she was just trying to tear Disney down. I was going to make a few compliments about how people were protecting Disney and about how others are saying, yes, Disney is a big company and they were going to try and cook their books. But I'm going to say this. Disney has really bad karma if they're now losing Spider-Man, the most popular Marvel superhero. And this is a good thing. And yes, people are protecting Disney about saying how their complaints about how Disney does not cook their books. They're going on. They always do that. There are always people who would protect Disney. And it's a bloody lie and they shouldn't be doing that. And it continues to be that Disney continues to screw up this year on top of the fighting in Disney and the people not going to Disney's Galaxy's Edge. It's empty. The theme parks are empty. But they're also losing Spider-Man because now they've lost their deal with Sony. When Venom became a very popular movie and Into the Spider-Verse also, hit it out of the park, Disney knew they were in trouble because Sony now thinks they can go and make a Spider-Man cinematic universe. They're going to fail, though, because they're still using the same directors that they did with the last few Spider-Man movies that failed. But Disney, they're just going to reel from this, and this is a good thing because they're already looking like they're already guilty of fraud, but they're also been now going to lose money from when they have to get rid of all that Spider-Man stuff they had in their theme parks, if they had any. And I can't be glad enough that Spider-Man is going out of the MCU. I just want to see Disney take it and take it again, because I am tired of seeing Disney lie and lie and lie. Because I think they have been cooking the books. I think they've been cooking the books with their MCU films. Because the article that says that Spider-Man is leaving the MCU, that Kevin Feige has basically been responsible for all the popular MCU movies, and that he's never had a failure. Even though it looks like Captain Marvel most likely had her own revenue books cooked, what with Disney possibly buying tickets to make, to bulk up the revenue for the Captain Marvel gross. So if you think about it, the article is most likely trying to say Kevin Feige is a genius when he is not. Now, if you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you have not subscribed, please subscribe to me. Subscribe to me at Read Comics They're Bad For You on YouTube. And go over to BitChute and subscribe to my BitChute channel, Comic Freak. Hit that bell for notifications. Hit that like button and leave some comments down below. And could you please share this video on social media? Share it on Twitter and share it on Facebook, because YouTube is no longer promoting their creators' videos anymore. And if you could you please promote this video by sharing it? Also, keep checking back in future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book, Scumdogs. That's it for me today. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.